being a representative of the national team, you're going to get a little extra love, and you got it. How good did it feel to hear that joy raining down on the floor?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, anytime I get to be back on an island is amazing, and then to have this experience, with the Heat, is an amazing experience for sure.
Yeah, how cool is it? Spo got you out there.
I'm grateful for the opportunity for sure. I appreciate him looking out.
So he mentioned today in his post-game press conference that this was inevitable, that they've been trying to get you a couple times and finally got you here. What do you think about, first of all, the organization having that type of focus and, eventually you're going to make that happen?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I appreciate the, consistent communication that we've had over the years, and I'm grateful to be here now. And definitely, I feel like this is the right place for me to be to continue to grow and develop. So, yeah.
It feels like Spo coaches every group the same. So the group that you're in, how is it receiving that type of information from a man with his credentials?
I mean, every time he speaks, I feel like you got to be attentive listening. So he's a great coach, Hall of Fame coach for a reason. So definitely enjoying the process and trying to take in everything that he teaches us.
As for tonight, who all was here for you?
My whole family that's been on the island. My mom and my brother were able to fly in, so it was a special moment for sure.
That's fantastic. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Keep up the good work. Simple for you. It's just how sweet is it to be back out on the floor trying to help this team do some things?
Yeah, absolutely. Just excited to have that chance to be back out there. Whenever you go down with something like that, you never know what it's going to look like on the back end. So definitely excited to be back out there.
Yeah. Well, you had to do this a couple times now. Yeah. And so I imagine along the way, you have to find some extra strength. Where did that stuff come from for you?
I think a couple of different places. I think, first my faith in God. I think that's helped me a lot. It's helped me get through, a lot of these things with some positivity. My family, my wife specifically, she's with me every day through all the hard days that a lot of people don't see during the rehab. She keeps me going. So, those things together just have got me back here.
That's awesome. I know everybody's got to own the second chance point stuff, but that second group, Spo pointed out, you like the way that you guys did some things. What did you appreciate most about your group's play?
I thought we played hard. I thought we, especially there in the first half, we did a good job of setting the tone defensively. Getting some deflections, getting some easy run-out baskets. And I like the way that we moved the ball on offense. I think everybody was touching it, and the ball was popping.
How nice was it just to get out there and compete against another team? We're going to compete against Orlando a lot, but anyway, it had to be nice.
Yeah, it was. It felt great, Camp was tough, tough for a lot of us. You can see it was a little tired and stuff, but it was happy, playing is what we all want. And getting out there, feeling, the type of action we had with the guys, that, you're going to battle with through the whole season. It's, why we do this. And it felt great. I would say that, we have a lot more to work on, but, I feel like everybody saw that game that we play is going to be a little different this year, and I feel like we got to stick with it, and I feel like we got a big potential with it.
Yeah, you could feel the dynamic of the offense, complemented by the defense of the first and second team, but obviously everybody has to own those 42 second chance points that Orlando had. Yeah. How do you clean that up quickly?
I mean, I think that's simple stuff. It's more we gotta be more precise with it. It's you can scheme it. You can we just gotta be smarter with it and tougher with it, and we'll be able to do it. I'm really not worried about that. Of course, it's important if we want to win to mention it and make sure that we get better at it. But if you really think about it, without those second chance points, this would be almost a blowout game. So yeah.
It must be nice to have a little bit of that offense working that way. It worked for you in those 12 minutes I think you had in the contest.
Yeah, felt great, just running the floor with the guys who understand how it's played, simple basketball, drive and kick, one dribble there will help you kick it, my boy Jaime is open, knocks the shot down, so it feels really good. I feel like we understand what we got to do, and it's not like we're just out there running around. We know what we have to do, and I feel like he'll be a lot better.
What was your best congratulations note that you've received over the last 48 hours or so for the extension?
Probably Bam, man. I think Bam congratulated me like 58 times, So I'm a little bit tired of him right now. But yeah.
No soap.
Yo.
The first half, certainly there were some things in terms of our defense, except for finishing our possessions with rebounding. That is Captain Obvious stuff. But some of the efforts and then the pace going the other way in the first half, that was what we've been trying to work on. But overall, we want to have more physicality, more toughness, and certainly on the glass. It started off with like 6 or 7 that went through our hands, and then it snowballed from there. And we'll get to work on that, and shore that up.
You know, you're alluding to the 42-second chance point.
Yeah.
Offensive rebounds that go to that. I assume when you bring that up, everybody easily can own that and realize it's something that needs to be done.
Yes, but we need to correct it, and we'll get to work on that. We have been working on that. Everybody was talking about it at halftime, so, that's what I want to see is the recognition and then correction of it. We weren't able to make that change in the second half. They just continued to pound us. Then they started to go a little bit harder in the second half, as you would expect. But there were some good things defensively from our efforts, but we have to finish those possessions off with more physicality.
How nice was it to get Ethan Thompson some time? Obviously, he's on the team Puerto Rico a few times now, and he's in here. And his general manager, Carlos Arroyo, our buddy, is super proud to see him out there.
Yeah.
The organization.
Yeah, it was cool to see it. And every time, he touched the ball, you could hear the crowd, step up. And those are special moments, that you've enjoyed being part of. It was a great crowd. We enjoyed our 24 hours here. Wish we could have gotten the W, but we'll get back to Miami and get to work.
As you do get back to Miami, very interesting point. Milwaukee's already in town. They're working out at FIU and prepared for Monday's tussle. The task ahead with them, I assume, doesn't change much to the plan that you had really for tonight. Again, that extension of training camp.
Yeah, we'll continue to get to work. There definitely were some good things. I mean, there was a great flow in that first half. The second unit really came in and played well and sparked us, and they were all over the place defensively. Dru and KJ were really making some great efforts out there, and then turning those into transition or semi-transition opportunities going the other way. That was a fun period of the game, and in the first half in general, there was it felt like the game was on our terms. So we just have to work on some things to make it more consistent.
Coach here. Brandon Garces for El Vocero. What do you take from not just the game, but the experience of being here in Puerto Rico and playing on and off the court?
We enjoy it. We would have enjoyed if there was another day here, if we could have gotten here a day earlier, but we had training camp. But this kind of breaks up preseason, and it is close enough to South Florida. Most of us have been here enough times. We love the island. We love the passion for the game. It was cool to see Los. I see him, all the time in Miami, but it was cool to see him here. And like I said, it was a good event, and it's worthy of coming back down here again.
What do you take away from Ethan Thompson's play, and what qualities from this game do you set apart and like?
We like Ethan. We've been a fan of his for a couple of years. We tried to get him a couple years ago. It just didn't work out. So we've followed him since then. Thought he had the qualities that fit, how we play and how we do things. He's had a very good training camp. He was really committed in September and August, and he just has to keep on plugging away. He's very close. To me, he's an NBA player. It's just a matter of the right opportunity, the right timing. Okay, thank you.